I know, guys. I know. Her eyes are up here, though. Pay attention. Listen, I personally grew my investment portfolio to 1.2 million during the last crypto bull run. And the reason I was able to do that is because I had a ton of cash sitting around for making 40K a month in premium ticket online consulting sales. Here's $200,000 cash for proof. Name another asshole online taking the time to go to the bank and withdraw the cash for you. Now, listen to this. This is going to be huge. This video is going to piss a lot of people off, but also motivate and inspire a certain group of people who are most likely very self-aware, ambitious, driven, and passionate, but just haven't completely figured out how to get the lifestyle that they want. And guess what? That's okay. Okay, maybe you're stuck in a career that isn't going anywhere. Maybe you feel like you picked the wrong path. Maybe you don't have a career at all. Bottom line, you want to make more money so you can live the life that you want. If that's you, keep watching, and I'm going to blow your mind with this short and to the point video. Okay. Now, the reality is there is an order of operations in how someone can and should, in my opinion, be building their dream life. And look, if we're all being honest, most people want the same things. They're just scared to say what those are. What do people want? They want to make a lot of money. They want to have freedom. They ultimately want to feel secure in their lives and the direction in which they're going. Okay. And this is coming from someone who has been making $40,000 a month in online consulting sales for the last few years, and has also strategically invested that cash to build a $1.2 million investment portfolio. I just turned 30, guys. Okay, so if you're watching this video, it's because you're probably interested in getting into sales. Why? Because you want to make more money. Okay, you probably are thinking of a number in your head of like, I just want to make 10K a month. But some of you maybe want to make 20, 30, or even 40K a month, which are all very possible. You just don't know it yet. But these are the things that you need. One, you need the skill set. Okay, two, you need the connections. With just the skill set and no connections, you're going to cap out at 10 to 15K a month. With the skill set and connections, you can actually scale to 30 to 40K a month in personal take-home income, because you'll be working for a company that only hires certain caliber of people, or someone that came to those companies via a warm introduction, aka me. AKA, I will introduce you to the people that can pay you 30 to 40K a month after you are trained by me and have the skill set that is required to do the job. Just like nurses who pay to go to nursing school to become a nurse. Just like doctors who go to med school. Just like lawyers who go to law school. The only difference is when you pay me, you don't go into hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. You don't go into much debt at all. As a matter of fact, you make way more money after me than most nurses, doctors, and lawyers ever will. If you're a little lost, don't worry. It's all going to make sense in a few minutes. Just be patient. Okay. Now, if you don't know what online consulting sales is, it's an industry where people with a certain expertise consult others on how to become successful by learning their expertise. I'm going to give you a few examples. One, my buddy Prob, he does $10 million a year through his proprietary real estate marketing system. He sells his real estate marketing system to who? Real estate agents. They buy it for a certain price and they implement the system. Prob makes money by selling the system. The real estate agents make more money than whatever they paid Prob, and everybody wins. Everybody is happy. Example two, my buddy Davi does $100,000 a month by helping doctors with private practices grow their businesses. He sells his consulting services to, what do you think he sells them to? Doctors, helping them grow their businesses and make more money. Once again, a win-win. Example three, my buddy Tom does $200,000 a month by automating paid advertising for busy entrepreneurs. Me. Okay, meaning entrepreneurs like me pay Tom to run their ads, and they make 3 to 5 times more money than they spend with Tom. Once again, a win-win. Now, guess what Prob, Davi, and Tom all have in common? They have sales reps selling their services. In fact, they're looking for sales reps who have been trained by me to join their team. Okay, as a sales rep at these companies, you can make, like I've said, 10, 20, even 30 or 40K a month, and you even better can work fully remote from anywhere in the world at any time, and you don't have to cold call anybody because they already have dozens of interested, warm potential customers who have already expressed interest in their services, waiting for you to call them and tell them how everything works. You also don't have to take on the extreme risk of starting a business like Prob, Davi, and Tom have. They've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to scale their businesses, not to mention working 12 to 14-hour days building their empires. And look, for every Prob, Davi, and Tom, and frankly myself, there are tens of thousands of entrepreneurs who have lost it all because of their dream. Okay, high ticket sales is a safe, risk-free way to make 10 to 40K a month while working 25 to 30 hours a week fully remote. So if you're hearing all this and you're like, but Cam, how do I get from where I'm at now to 10, 20, 30, or even 40K a month? Here's how. You work with me and my team one-on-one. If you went to college and you're watching this, you're going to regret ever paying for college because the return on investment here is easily 10x, if not more. In fact, I've personally invested $10,000 on an American Express credit card back in 2020 to learn exactly what I now teach. And I've generated over $700K in high ticket sales alone as a result of that one-time $10,000 investment. So yeah, 10K to 700K, it's a pretty good ROI. And now I charge much less than that for an even better service. Okay, so here's how we're going to work together. One-on-one. Step one. I'm going to get you interviews at the companies within my network so you don't have to apply to 100 jobs a day blindly with no connections. Okay. Step two, I will prepare you for those interviews so you can get the best jobs in the industry. Step three, I will train you in sales while you are working in your job and already also getting trained and paid by them so you can become a top performer and actually make that 10, 20, 30, or even 40K a month. Last but not least, I will also teach you how to network on your own so you don't have to be fully reliant on me and my team to be able to source opportunities for yourself. What's that saying? If I can teach you how to fish, isn't that better than just catching the fish for you? You get the point. Remember, the companies in my network hire the sales reps that are trained by me and my team. Meaning, yeah, you can train with other sales coaches, but will they actually introduce you to hiring managers so you can get a job after you're trained? No, they're not going to, because they don't have the connections or the relationships that I do. Because they don't care to offer you as much value as I do. Why don't they care? Because just coaching someone is really easy. Coaching someone and then extending their network to them so they can actually succeed, it takes much more effort and there's much more at stake. Okay. The difference is I actually believe in my clients and only take on clients that have the potential to succeed. We'll talk more about what that potential looks like towards the end of this video so you know. Okay. Now, here's the best part, the guarantee. The guarantee that college didn't give you, even though they ripped you for $100,000 and helped you get a job that doesn't even pay you enough for the lifestyle that you want, let alone the debt that you went into to pay the student loans off. So here's my guarantee. I will work with you until you get to 10K a month in personal take-home income. It doesn't matter if it takes 60 days or it takes 120 days. I will work with you until you do. Simple. Once that happens, you'll be coming back to me and saying, Cam, oh my God, it worked. How can I invest in crypto to make even more money like you did? Or Cam, how can I build the dating and social life of my dreams so I can date girls like her? I know, her eyes are up here. We've already talked about this. Yeah, I can help you do those things because I've done those things, which is why it's in my best interest to make sure that you succeed. So you can come back over and over, invest more money with me, and I can make you even more money through investing, or even better, help you build an even more awesome life through social and dating and coaching and networking, all in return. Okay. So with that said, here's what you can or should do next. You can DM me depending on where you're watching this, or you can click the link below if that's where you're watching this. Either way, you can schedule a call with me. Now, I'm going to say this now. My program is not cheap, but if you can't afford to pay in full, do not worry. I have private lending partners that can fund your tuition similar to college and basically put you on a payment plan, just like the car dealership did when you couldn't afford to buy that BMW that you can't afford, or maybe that Honda in cash. Listen, some of you are watching this and resonating because you have a car note, you have a car payment, and it's too high. And here's just a fun fact. Below is a list of the most common and also the largest things that people put on payment plans. College tuition, room and board, graduate school. Ironically, guess what? I have people with MBAs right now, unemployed, in my DMs looking for a better, higher paying path. Fun fact, an MBA does not actually make you money. Actually knowing how to do business does. An MBA can help with your network, but you need to know how to do business. What else do people put on payment plans? Cars, wedding rings, believe it or not. A house, yes, a mortgage is a payment plan. All of these things have one thing in common, guys. What is it? They have no guarantee. But I do. I'll work with you until you're making 10K a month in personal take-home income. That's much more than what I charge, so the ROI actually makes sense. Now, if I'm being totally honest, there are a few caveats to all of this, but I think you're going to like all of them. For those that cannot afford to pay me in full, yes, I get a lot of people approved on payment plans of $100 to $200 a month, but you need to have average credit to qualify for this. You don't need a 700 credit score, okay? You don't. But you can't be like below a 580, okay? You need a minimum 580, and I can help you. That's number one. Number two, you actually have to be willing to show up and do the one-on-one work with me and my team. The mindset work, the interview prep, the sales training, the practice, the reps. You have to do the work. You have to follow my lead. That's the only way you're ever going to be able to have money to invest in other things that you want to invest in and make even more money. Whether that's crypto, whether that's buying a house, whether that's buying your girlfriend a ring, whether that's going on a date with a girl like her, whether that's traveling with your lover and your friends. Whatever it is, you have to put in the work. Okay, that's how the world works. So if all of this is making sense to you, I'll stop lecturing. Let's book a call. Let's make you some real money. Let's get you to the life that you want. Talk soon.